When most people hear data analysis, they imagine complex spreadsheets, complicated formulas, and technical skills they don't have. But here's the truth. You don't need to be a computer expert or have an MBA to use AI for understanding data that affects your daily life and business decisions. Here's an example. Sanjay is the owner and manager of a small resort in Goa. It has 12 rooms, and during peak season, he's always fully booked. But he's facing a problem. When his resort is always full, he's getting mixed reviews online, and he could not understand why some guests loved their stay while others complained. Over 6 months, he collected more than 100 guest reviews from different platforms and direct feedback. The problem is, he didn't have time to read through all the comments carefully, and when he tried to do so, he could not make sense of it. Sanjay would randomly read a few reviews when he had time, but it was confusing. One guest would praise the sea view, the other would complain about the Wi-Fi, and someone else would mention great breakfast, and then another would complain about room service being slow. He couldn't figure out what he should focus on. Should he invest in a better internet service provider, or upgrade the breakfast menu, or train his staff better? He began to make decisions based on whatever review he happened to read last, which wasn't very smart. And let's help out Sanjay using a little bit of AI magic and the CRAFT formula. You already know what CRAFT stands for, so why not take some time to figure out on your own, and I'll wait. And as you experiment, here is the response that Sanjay got from ChatGPT. He provided a context that he manages a small beach resort in Goa and has collected consumer reviews from the past 6 months. He provided a role, asked AI to act as a customer service experts. And his action was to analyze all feedback and identify top 3 things guests love the most and top 3 things they complain about the most. And for format, he wanted 2 clear lists, one with positive feedback, other with negative feedback, backed up with actual examples from the guest reviews. And his tweaks were to focus on the comments he would fix quickly, quote real guest comments, so that he can verify them and help them prioritize what to fix first. AI quickly processed all 100 plus reviews and gave Sanjay a crystal clear insights on what he needed to do. And within a few months, his review ratings improved. More importantly, he now reviews guest feedback every month using AI to stay on top of any emerging issues. Let's take one final example. Analyse is a community health volunteer in Lucknow who works for an NGO focused on environmental awareness. Her organization wanted to create a powerful poster campaign about air pollution to motivate people to take protective measures during the winter months when pollution levels spike. Analyse had an access to an year's worth of monthly air quality index AQI data for Lucknow. But she needed to turn these numbers into a compelling message that would grab people's attention and motivate them to act. Analyse could see that some months had higher AQI numbers and others had a lower ones. But she didn't know how to create a story that would resonate with ordinary citizens. You know what comes next. Let's apply the craft here. And let's turn to demo. She turned to ChatGPT, loaded up the AQI numbers on ChatGPT using the plus button, and applied the craft prompt. In context, she provided that she is creating a poster for an air pollution awareness campaign in Lucknow and the city monthly AQI data for a full year. She provided a role, asked AI to act like a data-oriented environmental activist and spokesperson. Her action was to analyze the data to find months with highest and lowest air quality and write a powerful 3-sentence message for the poster that tells the story of air pollution in Lucknow and encourages people to take action. For format, She wanted the analysis results first, followed by the poster message. And last but not the least, we have tweaks. Arnaz wanted the message to be eye-catching, easy to understand, with an alarming but hopeful tone. She didn't want to create panic or despair, just motivate people in the city towards action. The AI analyzed the data and found that December had the worst air quality while July had the best. And for the poster message, AI created, Lucknow's air is at its worst in December, choking the city with pollution levels more than the double those of July. The problem may peak in winter, but it threatens our health all year long. Together we can clear the air, choose cleaner travel, plant more trees, and push for stricter pollution control. While this output was good, Arnaz tweaked it by a bit by referring to a local park where morning walkers gather to bring in a personal touch for the people in Lucknow. It's not surprising that the NGO's campaign was a success, and it was due to the way in which AI and humans worked together to create something special. Earlier, she would have written a generic prompt like, AI pollution is bad, please wear a mask. Now, in just a few minutes, she had a story backed with the real data, something that connects and moves people. This is how AI helps and transforms plain numbers into messages that inspires real change. These two examples show how AI can be your data analysis partner regardless of your technical background. Whether you are trying to understand customer opinions or create awareness campaigns using environmental information, AI can process complex data in seconds and give you clear, actionable insights that would take you hours or days to figure out manually.